Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kimberly Sykes doing another segment of My Mind Mondays. On today's segment of My Mind Mondays, what I actually just want to talk about is getting vaccinated. I know, that sounds like something like people don't want to talk about, and we all do want to talk about at the same time because, as Black people as a whole, we've had previous demonstrations or previous experiences where the nation has failed us as far as with needles and things like that, and as far as vaccinations like the smallpox and that's what the Tuskegee test, and where they gave us a virus that allowed us to be infected, and we didn't have the end results of how to cope with that virus. So I just really want to talk about that because with me, I am going to first of all admit to it. I am partially vaccinated. I do plan on getting the second vaccination very soon because of the fact that as most of y'all know, I work with kids, so I'm a head coach for a football team. So I just want to be on a safety measure of dealing with kids and making sure that they're safe and making sure that their parents are safe. But with that being said, y'all, I will be bluntly honest with y'all. If it wasn't for that, I personally probably wouldn't get the vaccination myself. But for the fact that I understand the bigger picture, I am getting the vaccination just to make sure the kids are safe. And so, I just wanted to speak on that because some people, they feel comfortable with getting the vaccination. Of course, older people, I strongly encourage you to get the vaccination. If you feel like you're immune compromised, please do get the vaccination. I have a grandmother who's dealing with some terminal illnesses. Of course, I encourage her to get a vaccination. My parents, their health is not always perfect, so I encourage them to get a vaccination. Of course, like I said, my grandmother, but also my grandfather. He's well into his 70s, about to be 80 very soon in a few years. I encourage him to get the vaccination. But what I'm saying about myself is the reason why I say I don't feel like I have to get the vaccination, but I'm doing it for the kids' purposes because they're immune compromised. And if I'm in a bigger area where more people are being affected, of course I'm gonna get the vaccination. And I just want to like I said, I'm speaking on that because for this fact alone, because if you're around multiple people like how I am, why not take that? Why not go ahead and get the vaccination? Because the vaccination is not just only for you; it's for people around you. It's not for yourself. Don't be selfish and think about yourself when you're getting this vaccination. Think about the people whose lives you're affecting because you might be around someone who's terminally ill. As we've seen recently, they had told people to get there's a third shot they actually got to get with the booster shot. And I'm just encouraging them people all right, go ahead and get the third booster shot because you're immune compromised. And even if the vaccination is not 100% completely effective, it still has some effectivity to it. And I'm just really like I said, I'm encouraging that. And I would say this one, I haven't gotten the flu vaccine in so long. When they have flu shots, I don't really deal with it. But one thing I do make sure is that I try to stay up upon my health, just to make sure that I take care of my body, I take care of my mind, I take care of my soul. This podcast is not only just for the mental health; it's all for all facets of health, such as physical, mental, and financial health, and intellectual health. So, like I said, y'all, just get the vaccine if you're around people that's compromised. And just take the time just to appreciate their health just as much as you're taking care of your health because their health matters just as much as yours. And like I said, I'm partially vaccinated. So, I plan on getting that extra shot coming up soon. The person behind this camera, I don't know if they're going to get the vaccine soon. They have their own discretion. But I'm just saying to all people who's around multiple people who has immune compromisation, get the vaccine. Because you're not doing it for yourself. Like I said, for forgiveness. In order to forgive, you gotta forgive for yourself, but understand that the other person has their own journey. And even with this vaccine, you gotta take that vaccine just to understand somebody else had their own journey because they might go to someone else and someone else and someone else, and they might get someone else infected. So like I say, if you in situations like that, go ahead and get the vaccine. Make sure your loved ones are safe. Make sure the people around you are safe because this COVID is real, y'all. Like, let's just be honest with y'all. Like you could be around someone and they could say you at risk. And it's crazy because like you would think like you could go about your average day and someone else has COVID and you don't have COVID, but just for the fact that like they have COVID, you got to quarantine. That's very crazy. But that's how deadly this virus is. So let's take this virus seriously. Let's take this vaccine seriously. Let's go ahead if you're around people. I keep on reiterating it. If you're around people, go ahead and get the vaccine so you can make sure the other ones around you are safe and you're safe. And but that just being said, y'all, like I know this is very brief, but get the vaccine if multiple people around you are at compromise from getting that from being healthy from that COVID-19. And with that being said, y'all, this is Kim Insights on another segment of My Mondays.